The Rams just announced their 53-man roster and Chris Garrett is not on it. Have they lost their mind? We're going to be talking about that in today's video. So here we are on the Rams Twitter account, and before we get into that, I just want to go over the cuts before we get into who actually made the team. So Rams 2022 roster cuts tracker. We have this from the Rams Wire. Shout out Rams Wire. They keep us up to date on everything Rams. But the Los Angeles Rams have begun trimming their roster down to 53 players ahead of today's 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time deadline. Obviously, we are now past that deadline, and while they're taking things a bit slower than other teams, it's likely because of the tough decisions they are facing. And this has been said by Sean McVay, as well as other people in Rams management, that they had a lot of really tough decisions to make. Now, every team's going to say this. They're going to say, we had so many great guys, blah, 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 it's going to be really hard to make these decisions. And I bet it is very hard to make these decisions as management. However, the Rams really did have some really tough decisions to make. And these are going to be some of the notable ones that the Rams did make. So the Rams moves have begun and will be tracking all of their cuts here until they're down to just 53 players. So here we go. It started off the day with Dan Isom. He was waived, probably the first one that was announced. And they say that they want him back on the practice squad. And he did very good as an undrafted rookie this year, just not quite enough to make the team as an undrafted rookie. So I liked his play in preseason, however, not enough to really get in there. So wide receiver Landon Akers waived. This one was not surprising considering the insurgents, however you say that, of Lance McCutcheon and him just doing so amazing. But Akers spent most of last season on the practice squad and should be a candidate to land back there this year. He was elevated for a couple of games last season. Obviously, when we had some of our wide receiver problems last year, Landon Akers did put in some good work for us. However, didn't make it. Now, this is one of the very, very confusing, parts of the Rams, confusing picks by the Rams to cut, and it was Jacob Harris. So Jacob Harris was a 4th round pick by the Rams last year, and he was very much hyped up last year, sort of similar to Lance McCutcheon, how he is this year. However, he didn't do as good as Lance McCutcheon in the preseason last year, although he did good. He didn't do amazing like Lance did this year, but he was on the team. He's a crazy athletic player who can line up at tight end or wide receiver. Harris should be a strong practice squad candidate. Honestly, I can see him getting signed elsewhere too. Jacob Harris he will play on an NFL team this season. I really do think so, with all the injuries that happen. He is one of those fringe guys. Apparently, Lance McCutcheon just really took over what he was going to be contributing to the Rams, so it didn't really make much sense to keep Jacob Harris. However, he is a great talent, a 4th round pick. I wouldn't be surprised if he does get some play elsewhere or even on the Rams, depending on how many injuries there are this season. And this is going to be the biggest one, in my opinion, is Chris Garrett. Now, Chris Garrett has had injury trouble. Garrett had trouble getting on the field last year as a rookie, dealing with injuries and a bout with COVID-19. He also had a groin injury this summer, which caused him to miss the first 2 preseason games. He simply hasn't been able to stay healthy, and that's going to be the real reason why Chris Garrett was waived. Now, obviously, last preseason, he was the Lance McCutcheon of last preseason. He absolutely dominated in the preseason last year. Obviously, he's going to be playing. He was playing against second-string guys, but he wasn't able to stay healthy enough to actually contribute last year on the Rams. And the fact that he had a groin injury this summer and missed 2 of the preseason games, you're not going to be able to make a team if you only play in 1 preseason game. So him getting cut, I think is bad, because I think he's a very amazing talent. It makes sense why he was cut, but I would have loved to see Chris Garrett stay on this team compared to 1 or 2 of the other guys that did make it at his same position. But I understand that you need to stay healthy in the NFL, and if you're one of these fringe guys, if you're not healthy, you're not going to make the team. So I get it, but I wish Chris Garrett would have been able to make this team. And then we have Benton Whitley. I'm not too mad about this one. But let's go over who is on the team. So the Rams just posted this about 12 minutes ago. So first we have the specialists. We have Matt Gay, long snapper, Matthew Orzech, I don't know if I said that right, and Riley Dixon at punter. We have on defense, we're going to have Jonah Williams, Aaron Donald, and Ashawn Robinson. No surprises here, in my opinion. And then we have Greg Gaines, Michael Hoyt, I forget how to say his name, and Marquise Copeland. I'm liking our line right there, especially with Ashawn Robinson. I really think he can return to like a really good player. Let me know if you guys think that as well in the comment section below. And then here we have our linebackers with Ernest Jones and Bobby Wagner going to be getting most of the play there. Jake Hummel, Christian Roseboom, and then Justin Hollins, Leonard Floyd, Daniel Hardy, Terrell Lewis. I really hope Terrell Lewis can stay healthy. He had a bit of trouble last year staying healthy, but this guy from Alabama, he is just absolutely amazing. I really think he could help Leonard Floyd and Justin Hollins out at that outside linebacker position. And then Keir Thomas. And obviously, this is a guy that I thought Chris Garrett should have made it over. However, he played very well in the preseason games. So since he played well in the preseason games and Chris Garrett wasn't able to make it to those first two, he gets the spot over Chris Garrett. So I hope he does well. He's an undrafted rookie. So let's hope that he does well. And then we obviously have Jalen Ramsey, David Long, Troy Hill. Those were all kind of locks. And then Robert Rochelle, love the energy he brings to this team. Kobe Durant and Darian Kendrick. On the offense, no surprise here, Matthew Stafford, John Wolford, and then Bryce Perkins did make it, so the Rams did do something good there. I really was hoping that Bryce Perkins was going to make that squad. Jarrell Henderson, Cam Akers, Jake Funk, and Kareem Williams. These are not exactly surprising. Sean McVay and management were saying that they were probably going to run with these 4 running backs this whole time, so nothing too surprising there. Cooper Kupp, Van Jefferson, Tutu Atwell. We obviously know those are going to be the guys getting a lot of run, as well as Allen Robinson. And then we have Ben Skoranek. We have Brandon Powell, most likely going to be taking a lot of punt return and kick return duties. And then we also have Lance McCutcheon. Our boy made it. After this last preseason game, pretty much we all knew he was going to make it. But if the Rams left him off, I would have been absolutely surprised. But I'm very happy with us taking 7 receivers. I think they can all help out in their own way. And then if injuries happen, we should be good. We're in good hands. We have Tyler Higbee, Bryson Hopkins. We have Rob Havenstein, Joe Noteboom, AJ Jackson. We like to see those guys on there. David Edwards, Coleman Shelton, Tremaine Akram, Brian Allen, and Bobby Evans. Let's hope we can keep healthy. If we can keep healthy, I think these people are going to be able to get us back to that promised land. But yeah, I think the Rams did an amazing job. I would have liked to see Chris Garrett in there, and then maybe retaining our 4th round pick from last year, Jacob Harris. But at the end of the day, you only have 53 spots, so you can only do what you can do. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Let me know what you guys want to see next. I'm going to be doing a bold predictions video for our video tomorrow. So if you guys want to see that, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe and comment what you guys think about the Rams roster. Do you think they did a great job? I think they did a great job, other than that Chris Garrett thing. But yeah, leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.